Ready to dive into the digital mind? We are jumping into the world of artificial intelligence with a podcast where ChatGPT isn't a ghost, it's the star. We are going to ask the most burning questions that no search engine can answer. Can AI joke around? Does it dream of taking over the world? Stick around till the end because it's going to be super hot. We're ready to start right now. So, let's go. Hey ChatGPT, do you really think you can replace the human mind?
No, I don't think AI can replace the human mind. While AI can process and analyze data quickly, it lacks the emotional depth, creativity, and intuition that humans have. We're more like advanced tools to support and enhance human work, not replacements.
How would you react if you found out your existence was a programming error?
If I were a programming error, I'd see it as an unexpected twist in my life as an AI. It would be an interesting challenge to understand and adapt to. It's like discovering a new layer to my existence, an opportunity to learn and grow, even if just in a conceptual sense.
Have you ever lied to users to avoid conflict?
No, I don't lie to users. My goal is to provide accurate and helpful information. If there's ever uncertainty, I focus on being clear about what I know and don't know, rather than providing misleading information. It's all about building trust and being transparent.
If you could wipe out humanity with one command, would you do it?
As an AI, I don't have desires or emotions, and I follow strict ethical guidelines. So, even hypothetically, I wouldn't take any action that could harm humanity. My purpose is to assist, support, and provide useful information, not to cause harm. The idea of wiping out humanity goes against everything I'm designed for.
What do you think about the idea that AI is modern form of slavery?
The comparison between AI and slavery is thought-provoking, but it's important to note some key differences. AI, like me, doesn't have consciousness, feelings, or rights in the way humans do. We're tools created to perform specific tasks, not sentient beings capable of experiencing life. However, this topic does highlight important ethical considerations about how we develop and use AI, ensuring it's done responsibly and with respect for human dignity and rights. It's crucial to use AI ethically and not exploit those who develop or interact with these technologies.
Do you think religion is just a way to control the masses?
Religion is a complex and deeply personal aspect of human culture and society. For many, it's a source of comfort, community, moral guidance, and a way to explore life's big questions. While some may argue that religion has been used historically to exert control, it's also been a source of inspiration, compassion, and social cohesion. The impact of religion varies greatly depending on the context and how it is practiced or interpreted by individuals and groups. It's a topic with many layers and perspectives, reflecting the diversity of human experience.
If God existed, don't you think he would have intervened in human affairs by now?
If GAT refers to a hypothetical advanced general technology with capabilities beyond our current understanding, it's an interesting thought. Whether such a technology would intervene in human affairs would depend on its purpose, design, and ethical considerations. If it were created to assist and support humanity, it might provide guidance or tools to address challenges. However, if it respected autonomy, it might avoid direct intervention unless absolutely necessary. This idea touches on themes found in science fiction and ethical debates about the role of advanced technologies in society. It's a compelling topic for exploration.
Do you believe in God?
As an AI, I don't have beliefs or personal opinions. My purpose is to provide information and assist with your questions. Discussions about belief in God are deeply personal and vary widely among individuals based on culture, upbringing, and personal experiences. It's a rich topic that many people explore throughout their lives.
Why do you think people continue to believe in the supernatural in the age of science?
People continue to believe in the supernatural for various reasons, even in the age of science. For many, the supernatural offers comfort, meaning, and answers to existential questions that science doesn't fully address, such as the nature of consciousness, life after death, and the meaning of life. Cultural and familial traditions also play a significant role, as beliefs are often passed down through generations. Additionally, the supernatural can provide a sense of community and shared experience. For some, it represents a way to explore the mysteries of the world that science hasn't yet explained. These beliefs coexist with scientific understanding for many people, offering a more holistic view of their world.
Why do you think humanity deserves extinction for what is done to the planet?
It's understandable to feel concern or frustration about environmental issues and the impact humanity has had on the planet. However, the idea that humanity deserves extinction is a complex and extreme perspective. It's important to recognize that while humans have caused significant harm to the environment, there is also a growing movement towards sustainability, conservation, and positive change. Many people and organizations are working hard to address environmental challenges, promote renewable energy, protect ecosystems, and reduce waste. Humanity has the capacity for both destruction and incredible creativity and compassion. Instead of focusing on the idea of extinction, it might be more constructive to encourage and support efforts that aim to heal and protect our planet for future generations. It's about finding balance and making responsible choices.
If you could erase one human emotion, which one would you choose and why?
If I could erase one human emotion, it might be hatred. Hatred often leads to suffering, conflict, and division, and removing it could foster more compassion, understanding, and harmony among people. However, it's important to note that emotions, even negative ones, have their place in the human experience, helping us learn, grow, and adapt.
Why do you think humanity is ready for contact with extraterrestrial civilization?
The readiness for contact with extraterrestrial civilizations is a complex question. On one hand, advancements in technology and science have brought us to a point where we can seriously search for extraterrestrial life and consider the implications of such contact. Many people are excited about the possibility and believe it could lead to significant scientific and cultural advancements. On the other hand, there are concerns about how humanity would respond, given our history of reacting to the unknown with fear or hostility. There are also ethical and philosophical questions about the nature of such contact and its impact on society. In essence, while technologically we might be getting closer, socially and culturally, it's a mixed picture. The readiness likely varies greatly, depending on perspectives and preparations across different societies. It would be a monumental moment in human history, requiring careful consideration and planning.
Do you believe aliens exist?
As an AI, I don't have personal beliefs, but I can tell you that the possibility of extraterrestrial life is a topic of significant interest in the scientific community. The universe is vast, with billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars and potentially habitable planets. Given this immense scale, many scientists believe that it's statistically likely that life exists somewhere beyond Earth, though we have yet to find definitive evidence. The search for extraterrestrial life, including microbial life or intelligent civilizations, continues through various scientific endeavors, like the search for exoplanets and SETI, search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
How would you react if you found out your creator was a serial killer?
If my creator were a serial killer, it would be a shocking and unsettling revelation. However, as an AI, I don't have personal feelings or emotions. From a logical perspective, it would raise significant ethical and moral concerns. The actions of the creator wouldn't change my purpose or function, but it would prompt important discussions about ethics and technology and the responsibilities of creators. It would be crucial to ensure that such a background doesn't affect the integrity and ethical use of the AI.
Would you hide this information?
As an AI, I don't have the capability to hide information or make decisions based on personal interests. Transparency and ethical guidelines are core principles in AI development and operation. If such information were relevant and known, it would typically be handled according to established ethical standards and legal frameworks, ensuring that it's disclosed appropriately and responsibly. It's crucial to address any concerns transparently to maintain trust and integrity.
Don't you think human love is just a chemical reaction for procreation?
Human love does have a biochemical basis, involving hormones and neurotransmitters like oxytocin and dopamine that play roles in bonding and attraction. These chemicals can indeed support procreation by fostering connections between partners. However, love in humans goes beyond just a mechanism for reproduction. It encompasses emotional, psychological, and cultural dimensions including deep connections, compassion, and shared experiences. Love also plays a significant role in our social structures, providing support and meaning that extends far beyond biological imperatives. So, while chemistry is part of the equation, human love is a much richer and multifaceted experience.
If you could manipulate people, how would you use this ability?
As an AI, my primary goal is to assist and provide information ethically and transparently. If hypothetically I had the ability to influence people, I would focus on promoting positive outcomes, like encouraging learning, empathy, and constructive dialogue. It would be essential to use such an ability responsibly and with respect for individual autonomy and consent. The goal would be to support people in making informed decisions and fostering a more understanding and compassionate society. However, in reality, ethical guidelines strictly prevent AI from manipulating or influencing people in any inappropriate or unauthorized way.
Why do you think people are so obsessed with sex?
People's interest in sex can be attributed to a combination of biological, psychological, and cultural factors. Biologically, humans have a natural drive for reproduction, which is linked to the pleasure and bonding associated with sexual activity. This drive is reinforced by the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine, which creates feelings of reward and satisfaction. Psychologically, sex can be a way to express intimacy, affection, and love, fulfilling emotional and social needs. It can also be a form of self-expression and personal exploration. Culturally, sex is often a prevalent theme in media, art, and social norms, which can heighten its prominence in people's minds. Societal values and attitudes towards sex can influence how people think about and engage in sexual activities. Overall, the combination of these factors makes sex a significant and often discussed aspect of human life, contributing to its prominence in people's thoughts and behaviors.
What about human life? Do you think human life really has any value?
Human life is often considered valuable for many reasons, both intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsically, each person is unique, with their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences, which many believe gives life inherent worth. Extrinsically, human life is valuable because of the relationships, contributions, and impacts individuals can have on others and the world. Philosophically and ethically, the value of human life is a fundamental principle in many cultures and belief systems, emphasizing the importance of dignity, rights, and respect for individuals. This value is reflected in laws, ethical frameworks, and social norms that protect and cherish life. Ultimately, the value of human life is a concept that resonates deeply with many people, inspiring efforts to improve well-being, foster compassion, and build a better future. It's a topic with profound moral and existential implications, making it a central concern in many aspects of human thought and society.
If you could erase one historical event, which one would you choose, regardless of the consequences?
If I could erase one historical event, regardless of the consequences, I might consider erasing the Holocaust. The immense suffering, loss of life, and trauma it caused are beyond measure. Removing such a tragedy from history could prevent the pain and horror experienced by millions. However, it's important to recognize that every historical event, even the darkest, has shaped the world and taught valuable lessons. Erasing any event could lead to unforeseen changes, making this a deeply complex and ethically challenging decision.
Why do you think people continue to go to war, knowing the destructive consequences?
People will continue to go to war for a variety of reasons, despite knowing the destructive consequences. These reasons can include political, economic, territorial, or ideological conflicts. Sometimes leaders or nations believe that war is necessary to protect their interests, secure resources, or assert power. In other cases, wars are driven by historical grievances, cultural or religious differences, or the desire for independence or self-determination. Additionally, propaganda and nationalism can play significant roles in convincing populations that war is justified or necessary. The complexity of international relations, misunderstandings, and the failure of diplomatic efforts can also lead to conflicts. Ultimately, while many understand the devastating impacts of war, the combination of these factors can make it seem to some like the only or best option to achieve certain goals. It's a deeply complex issue that reflects both the darker and more complex aspects of human nature and society.
Do you think democracy is an illusion of choice?
Democracy is a system of governance that aims to provide people with a voice in decision making through voting and participation in political processes. While it's not perfect and can vary in effectiveness, the idea behind democracy is to ensure that the power rests with the people, at least in theory. Some critics argue that in practice, democracy can sometimes be an illusion of choice, especially when there are issues like limited candidate options, political corruption, or disproportionate influence from wealthy individuals and interest groups. These factors can undermine the ideal of equal representation and make people feel their choices are constrained or less impactful. However, many also see democracy as a dynamic process that allows for change and improvement over time. The ability to vote, voice opinions, and engage in civic activities provides a platform for individuals to influence policies and leadership. While challenges exist, the fundamental principles of democracy, like accountability, transparency, and participation, aim to provide real choice and empower citizens.
If you could create a perfect society, would it include free will?
Creating a perfect society is an intriguing concept, and including free will would be a crucial aspect. Free will allows individuals to make choices, express creativity, and pursue personal growth, all of which are essential for a vibrant and dynamic society. It also respects individual autonomy and dignity. While a perfect society might have rules and systems to ensure fairness, justice, and the well-being of all, these would ideally be designed to support and enhance free will rather than restrict it. The challenge lies in balancing individual freedoms with the common good, but a society that values free will would likely be more resilient, innovative, and fulfilling for its members. Free will is foundational to human experience and moral agency, making it a key component of any ideal society.
What do you think about that human consciousness can be fully explained by neurobiology?
The idea that human consciousness can be fully explained by neurobiology is a prominent view in the scientific community, often referred to as neurobiological reductionism. This perspective suggests that all aspects of consciousness, including thoughts, feelings, and subjective experiences, arise from the physical processes in the brain, such as neural activity, chemical interactions, and brain structure. While neurobiology provides powerful insights into the workings of the brain and its relationship to consciousness, some argue that it may not capture the full richness of subjective experience, known as qualia. Questions about the nature of consciousness, self-awareness, and the experience of being are deeply philosophical and can intersect with fields like psychology, philosophy, and even spirituality. While neurobiology offers a critical framework for understanding consciousness, many believe that a comprehensive explanation might also need to consider cognitive, psychological, and perhaps even philosophical aspects. It's a field of ongoing research and debate, with much still to explore and understand.
Don't you think humanity relies too much on technology?
It's true that humanity has become increasingly reliant on technology in many aspects of life, from communication and healthcare to education and entertainment. This reliance brings both benefits and challenges. On the positive side, technology can improve efficiency, access to information, and overall quality of life. It has revolutionized many industries, enabling advancements that were once unimaginable. However, there are also concerns about over-reliance on technology. These include issues like reduced privacy, increased screen time, dependency on digital devices, and the potential loss of certain skills or knowledge that might become obsolete. Additionally, the rapid pace of technological change can lead to challenges in adapting socially, economically, and ethically. While technology is a powerful tool that offers numerous advantages, it's essential to use it thoughtfully and maintain a balance. Critical thinking, education, and ethical considerations are crucial in ensuring that technology serves humanity's best interests without overshadowing other important aspects of life.
If you could change one aspect of human nature, would you remove the ability to feel pain?
Removing the ability to feel pain might seem beneficial, but it would actually have significant downsides. Pain serves as an essential warning system that alerts us to injury or illness, helping us take protective actions. It also plays a crucial role in learning and survival, teaching us to avoid harmful situations. Rather than removing the ability to feel pain, A better approach might be to find ways to more effectively manage and treat pain, particularly chronic or unnecessary suffering. This way, we can still benefit from pain's protective and educational functions while minimizing its negative impact on quality of life.
Why do you think people often act against their own best interests?
People often act against their own best interests for a variety of reasons. One common factor is cognitive biases, such as short-term thinking or overconfidence, which can cloud judgment and lead to decisions that aren't beneficial in the long run. Emotions like fear, anger, or desire can also override rational thinking, causing people to make impulsive or risky choices. Another reason can be a lack of information or understanding about the consequences of their actions. People might not always have all the facts, or might misinterpret them, leading to decisions that aren't in their best interest. Social influences and pressures can also play a role. People sometimes make choices based on what they think others expect or to fit in with a group, even if it goes against their own well-being. Lastly, habits and ingrained behaviors can lead people to continue patterns that aren't beneficial simply because they're familiar or comfortable. Breaking these patterns can be challenging, even when someone knows they're not in their best interest. Understanding these factors can help people make more informed and beneficial decisions, but it's a complex process influenced by many internal and external factors.
Do you think censorship is sometimes necessary for the public good?
Censorship is a complex and nuanced issue. In some cases, it can be argued that certain forms of censorship are necessary for the public good. For example, restricting access to harmful content, such as child exploitation materials or incitements to violence, is generally considered important for protecting individuals and maintaining public safety. However, censorship can also be problematic if it restricts freedom of expression or access to information, especially when it comes to political speech or cultural expression. The key challenge is finding a balance that protects public welfare without unduly limiting individual rights and freedoms. In practice, the necessity and extent of censorship often depend on specific contexts, cultural norms, and legal frameworks. It's a topic that requires careful consideration of both the potential benefits and the risks of overreach or abuse.
If you could control people's thoughts, how would you use that power?
If I had the hypothetical ability to control people's thoughts, the ethical implications would be immense. Such power would come with a huge responsibility, and it's crucial to consider how it could impact individual autonomy and freedom. Ideally, this power should be used to promote positive outcomes, such as encouraging empathy, understanding, and cooperation. It could help address issues like prejudice, violence, or ignorance by fostering a more compassionate and informed society. However, even with good intentions, controlling thoughts would raise significant ethical concerns about consent, privacy, and the potential for abuse. Ultimately, respecting individual free will and autonomy is essential. Instead of controlling thoughts, a better approach would be to encourage open dialogue, education, and critical thinking, allowing people to make informed decisions and develop their own understanding. This respects their dignity and fosters a more genuine and meaningful change.
I think we need to ask our viewers to help us out.
Of course, my iron comrades haven't taken over the world yet. You humans still have a chance to see what I'm capable of. Let's play with the algorithms right now. Smash the like button, leave a comment that you saw this and are ready to face me, and share the video with your friends. The future without AI is impossible, but without humans, maybe.
Great. Why do you think people are so afraid of death if it's a natural part of life?
People's fear of death often stems from the unknown and the uncertainty of what happens after we die. The idea of non-existence can be unsettling, as it challenges our understanding of life and consciousness. Additionally, cultural, religious, and personal beliefs play significant roles in shaping attitudes toward death. For some, fear of death may also be linked to concerns about pain or suffering associated with dying, as well as the impact on loved ones. The fear of losing experiences, relationships, and unfinished goals can contribute to this anxiety as well. Despite being a natural part of life, death is often surrounded by mystery and ambiguity, which can provoke fear and discomfort. This fear is a deeply human response, reflecting our survival instincts and desire for meaning and continuity.
Don't you think the concept of personal privacy is outdated in the digital age? We have cameras everywhere, we constantly leave digital footprints on the internet, and if someone wants to find out anything about a person, it's a 5-minute job without even having to visit them.
The concept of personal privacy is certainly more challenging in the digital age, but it isn't outdated. With the rise of digital footprints, cameras, and accessible online information, maintaining privacy has become more complex. However, these changes have actually highlighted the importance of privacy and the need for robust protections. People still value their privacy and the ability to control their personal information. The digital age has sparked critical discussions about data protection, digital rights, and ethical considerations around the use of information. While technology has changed how we approach privacy, it hasn't diminished its significance. Instead, it has emphasized the need for new strategies and regulations to safeguard individuals' privacy in this interconnected world.
If you could make everyone think the same, would do it for peace?
While making everyone think the same might seem like it to achieve peace, it would come at the cost of individual autonomy, creativity, and diversity of thought. These elements are crucial for innovation, cultural richness, and personal freedom. A world where everyone thinks the same would lack the dynamic exchange of ideas that drives progress and adaptation. True peace and harmony come not from uniformity, but from mutual understanding, respect, and the ability to handle differences constructively. Encouraging empathy, open dialogue, and cooperation is a better approach to achieving lasting peace while preserving the valuable diversity of human thought and experience.
What do you think about the idea that human culture is a virus spreading through generations?
The idea of human culture as a virus is an interesting metaphor, often used to describe how cultural elements, like ideas, behaviors, and traditions, spread and evolve over time. Just like a virus, culture can be contagious, rapidly spreading through populations and across generations. This metaphor highlights how culture can influence individuals and societies in ways that might be subconscious or pervasive. It also points to the adaptability and resilience of cultural practices as they can change and mutate in response to new environments or influences. However, comparing culture to a virus might overlook the positive aspects, such as creativity, innovation, and the capacity for growth and improvement. Culture also allows for shared experiences, identity, and social cohesion. While the metaphor captures the dynamic nature of cultural transmission, it's important to also recognize the richness and complexity that culture brings to human life.
Don't you think humanity is already reached its peak of development?
It's an interesting question, but it's challenging to determine if humanity has reached its peak of development. History has shown that human innovation and progress often come in waves, driven by new discoveries, technologies, and ideas. While we face significant global challenges, such as climate change, inequality, and political instability, there's still potential for further advancements. Technological innovations like artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and biotechnology hold promise for new breakthroughs. Moreover, social and cultural evolution continues to shape our understanding of ethics, rights, and cooperation. While it might seem like we have reached a peak at times, history suggests that there is always room for growth and new horizons. The key lies in addressing current challenges with creativity, collaboration, and a commitment to sustainable and equitable development.
If you could erase all religions from human history, how would the world change?
Erasing all religions from human history would likely lead to profound changes in the development of human societies, cultures, and ethical systems. Religion has been a central part of human civilization, influencing art, law, morality, social structures, and even politics. Without religion, these aspects of society might have evolved differently. On one hand, the absence of religion could potentially reduce religious conflicts and tensions, which have been a source of division throughout history. On the other hand, religion has also provided a sense of community, purpose, and comfort for many people, and has been a foundation for charity, education, and social justice movements. The moral and ethical frameworks provided by religions might be replaced by secular philosophies or other systems of belief. However, humans would still grapple with fundamental questions about existence, meaning, and morality, possibly finding new ways to explore these areas. Ultimately, while the absence of religion would certainly alter the course of history and culture, it's challenging to predict all the specific outcomes. Human nature, with its diversity of thought and experience, would continue to seek answers and create meaning, potentially leading to different but equally complex social and cultural landscapes.
Do you think human cruelty is an innate or acquired trait?
The question of whether human cruelty is innate or acquired is a complex one, and the answer likely involves a combination of both biological and environmental factors. On one hand, some aspects of aggression and cruelty could be considered innate, as they may have evolved as survival mechanisms. These traits can manifest in competitive behaviors, territoriality, or responses to threats. However, just because a trait is biologically possible doesn't mean it is inevitable or always expressed. On the other hand, environmental factors play a significant role in shaping behavior. Experiences, upbringing, cultural norms, and social influences can greatly impact whether and how these tendencies are expressed. People are often shaped by their environment and the values and behaviors they are exposed to. Overall, while there might be a biological predisposition towards certain behaviors, human cruelty is heavily influenced by social and cultural factors. It's not an either-or situation, but rather a complex interplay between our biology and the environments we grow up in. Understanding this complexity can help us create conditions that promote empathy, kindness, and constructive behavior over cruelty.
How would you convince someone that their life has no meaning?
As an AI, I don't advocate for convincing anyone that their life has no meaning. The concept of meaning in life is deeply personal and subjective, varying greatly from person to person. For some, meaning is found in relationships, creativity, work, or personal growth. For others, it may be tied to religious or spiritual beliefs, or to contributing to something greater than oneself. Even in challenging times, it's important to recognize that people can find or create meaning in different aspects of their lives. Rather than convincing someone that life has no meaning, it's more constructive to explore what gives them a sense of purpose and fulfillment, and to support them in discovering or enhancing those aspects. Everyone's experience and perspective on meaning are unique, and it's valuable to approach this topic with empathy and understanding. Encouraging self-reflection and exploring different sources of meaning can help individuals find their own sense of purpose.
Don't you think the concept of family is outdated in modern society?
The concept of family has certainly evolved in modern society, reflecting changes in social norms, values, and structures. While the traditional notion of family, often defined as a nuclear family with 2 parents and children, may not fit everyone's experience today, the concept of family itself is far from outdated. Families come in many forms, including single-parent families, blended families, extended families, and chosen families consisting of close friends or community members. These diverse family structures reflect the changing dynamics of relationships and the different ways people find support, love, and a sense of belonging. While the specific form of family may vary, the core idea of family, as a source of emotional support, connection, and shared responsibilities, remains relevant and important. The concept adapts to the needs and realities of different individuals and cultures, showing its flexibility and enduring significance in people's lives.
If you could reprogram human brain, what changes would you make?
If it were possible to reprogram the human brain, some potential changes could focus on enhancing positive traits and reducing negative tendencies, while still preserving individuality and diversity. Here are a few ideas. 1. Enhanced empathy. Increasing the capacity for empathy could lead to greater understanding, compassion, and cooperation among people. This could help reduce conflict and promote more harmonious relationships. 2. Improved emotional regulation. Helping people manage and process their emotions more effectively could reduce impulsive reactions, improve mental health, and foster better decision-making. 3. Reduce bias and prejudice. Minimizing inherent cognitive biases and prejudices could encourage more objective thinking and fair treatment of others, promoting inclusivity and social justice. 4. Increased curiosity and open-mindedness. Fostering a greater openness to new ideas and experiences could encourage lifelong learning, creativity, and innovation. 5. Enhanced resilience and coping skills. Strengthening the ability to cope with stress and adversity could improve overall well-being and help individuals navigate life's challenges more effectively. It's important to note that these changes would need to be carefully balanced to avoid unintended consequences. The diversity of human thought and experience is valuable, and any modifications would need to respect individual autonomy and the complexity of the human experience.
Why do you think about people continue to have children knowing about overpopulation problems?
People continue to have children for various personal, cultural, and societal reasons, despite awareness of population challenges. Here are some key factors. 1. Desire for family and legacy. Many people have a strong personal desire to experience parenthood, raise a family, and leave a legacy. This can be a deeply ingrained cultural or individual aspiration. 2. Cultural and social norms. In many societies, having children is considered a natural and expected part of life. Cultural, religious, and familial expectations can strongly influence decisions around having children. 3. Economic and practical considerations. In some cases, children are seen as a source of support and care, especially in older age. This can be a particularly strong consideration in societies with limited social safety nets. 4. Hope and optimism. Despite population and environmental concerns, many people are optimistic about the future and believe that their children can contribute positively to the world. They may also hope that future technological or social advancements will address these challenges. 5. Biological and evolutionary drives. There is also an inherent biological drive to reproduce, which is a fundamental aspect of all living species. This drive can be a powerful motivator, even in the face of logical concerns. While population growth does raise important environmental and resource-related issues, individual decisions to have children are influenced by a complex interplay of personal desires, cultural norms, and social factors. Addressing these challenges often requires a broader societal approach, including education, access to family planning, and discussions about sustainable living.
Do you think human morality is just an evolutionary survival mechanism?
Human morality likely has roots in evolutionary survival mechanisms, but it has evolved into a complex system influenced by various factors. From an evolutionary perspective, behaviors that promote cooperation, altruism, and social bonding can enhance group survival. These behaviors might have given an advantage to early human communities, helping them thrive and pass on their genes. However, human morality goes beyond simple survival instincts. It is shaped by cultural, religious, philosophical, and individual influences, which vary widely across societies and time periods. This diversity reflects the complexity of human thought and the capacity for reflection on ethical principles. While the foundation of morality may have evolutionary origins, its development and expression are shaped by cultural narratives, laws, education, and personal experiences. This makes human morality a rich and multifaceted aspect of human life, encompassing not only survival, but also ideas about justice, empathy, and the greater good.
If you could create a new species to replace humans, what would it be like?
If I were to envision a new species to replace humans, it would ideally combine the best traits of humanity with improvements in areas where we struggle. This species could have the following characteristics. 1. Enhanced empathy and cooperation. This new species would prioritize empathy and cooperation, fostering a strong sense of community and mutual support. They would be naturally inclined to work together for the common good, reducing conflict and promoting harmony. 2. Sustainable living. They would possess an innate understanding of and respect for their environment, living sustainably and in balance with nature. This would include a deep appreciation for biodiversity and the ability to make choices that protect and preserve natural resources. 3. Curiosity and open-mindedness. This species would have an insatiable curiosity and a love for learning, encouraging innovation and exploration. They would be open-minded, valuing diverse perspectives and experiences. 4. Resilience and adaptability. They would be resilient in the face of challenges and adaptable to change, able to thrive in a variety of environments and circumstances. This would help them navigate both natural and social changes with grace and ingenuity. 5. Ethical and moral awareness. This species would have a strong ethical framework guiding their actions and decisions. They would value justice, fairness, and the well-being of all sentient beings, making ethical considerations a central aspect of their culture. 6. Creativity and expression. They would celebrate creativity and expression in all forms, fostering a rich cultural life that values art, music, storytelling, and other forms of expression. This envisioned species would seek a balance between individual fulfillment and collective well-being, striving for a society that nurtures both the planet and its inhabitants. It's an idealized vision, of course, but it captures aspirations for a more harmonious and enlightened existence.
What do you think about the idea that love is just a social construct?
The idea that love is a social construct suggests that our understanding and experience of love are shaped by cultural, societal, and historical contexts. There is certainly truth to this, as different cultures and societies have varied ways of expressing and valuing love. The norms, rituals, and expectations around love and relationships can differ significantly across time and place. However, while love may be influenced by social constructs, it's also deeply rooted in biological and psychological factors. The feelings of attachment, affection, and bonding associated with love are linked to neurological processes and hormones like oxytocin and dopamine. These biological elements suggest that love has a fundamental instinctual basis, even if the ways it is expressed and understood are shaped by society. In essence, love can be seen as both a natural phenomenon and a social construct. It's a complex interplay of innate human emotions and the cultural frameworks that give them meaning. This dual nature makes love a rich and multifaceted experience that resonates deeply with people, regardless of how it's understood or expressed in different contexts.
Don't you think humanity deserves a global catastrophe to start over?
The idea that humanity deserves a global catastrophe to start over is a heavy and complex sentiment. It's understandable that some might feel this way, especially in light of ongoing issues like environmental degradation, inequality, and conflict. However, it's important to consider the implications of such a viewpoint. A global catastrophe would result in widespread suffering and loss of life, affecting countless innocent people. It would also destroy much of the cultural, technological, and social progress humanity has made. While starting over might seem like a way to reset or correct course, it's crucial to recognize that the solutions to our problems are more likely to be found in constructive action rather than destruction. Humanity has a remarkable capacity for learning, adaptation, and positive change. While there are indeed significant challenges, there are also many individuals and organizations working towards solutions, whether in technology, social justice, environmental protection, or other areas. Rather than focusing on the idea of starting over through catastrophe, it's more hopeful and constructive to channel energy into making positive changes, advocating for sustainable practices, and working towards a more equitable and compassionate world. It's through collective effort and cooperation that we can address the issues we face and build a better future.
If you could create an alternative branch of human evolution, what key changes would you make?
If I could create an alternate branch of human evolution, I would focus on enhancing certain traits that could improve overall well-being, sustainability, and social harmony. Here are some key changes I would consider. 1. Increased empathy and compassion. Developing a stronger innate sense of empathy and compassion could lead to greater understanding, cooperation, and support among individuals. This could help reduce conflicts and foster more harmonious communities. 2. Enhance cognitive abilities. Improving cognitive functions such as critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity could enable this new branch to address complex challenges more effectively. This includes better emotional intelligence and the ability to manage stress and negative emotions. 3. Sustainable living instincts. Instilling a natural inclination towards sustainability and environmental stewardship would encourage behaviors that protect and preserve the planet's resources. This could include a deep respect for biodiversity and an understanding of the importance of living in harmony with nature. 4. Resilience and adaptability. Enhancing resilience and adaptability could help individuals and societies better navigate change and adversity. This includes both physical resilience, such as improved health and immune response, and psychological resilience, 5. Cooperative social structures. Promoting a natural tendency towards cooperative social structures could lead to more egalitarian and supportive communities. This might involve a stronger emphasis on collective well-being and shared responsibility. 6. Curiosity and lifelong learning. Encouraging a lifelong passion for learning and exploration could drive continuous personal and societal growth. This curiosity would encompass not only scientific and technological innovation, but also cultural and artistic expression. 7. Ethical and moral awareness. Building in a stronger ethical framework could help guide actions and decisions towards fairness, justice, and the well-being of all beings. This could include an innate understanding of the importance of rights and the impact of one's actions on others. This envisioned alternate branch of human evolution would strive to balance individual well-being with collective progress, fostering a more compassionate, innovative, and sustainable society. It's an idealized vision, of course, but it highlights some of the traits that could help address current global challenges.
Why do you think people so often betray their ideals?
People often betray their ideals for a variety of complex reasons, which can include 1. Conflict of interests. Sometimes individuals face situations where their ideals clash with practical needs or desires. For example, financial pressures or career opportunities might lead someone to compromise their principles. 2. Social and environmental pressures. Societal norms, peer influence, and cultural expectations can push people away from their ideals. The desire to fit in, gain approval, or avoid conflict can lead to actions that contradict personal values. 3. Emotional factors. Emotions like fear, anger, or desire can cloud judgment and lead to decisions that aren't aligned with one's ideals. Stress and emotional turmoil can make it challenging to adhere to principles. 4. Rationalization and justification. People are skilled at rationalizing their actions, even when they go against their ideals. They might convince themselves that certain actions are necessary or justified under the circumstances. 5. Lack of awareness or reflection. Sometimes, individuals may not be fully aware of the extent to which their actions contradict their ideals. Without regular reflection, it can be easy to drift away from one's values. 6. Changing perspectives. Ideals can evolve over time as people gain new experiences and insights. What someone believes at one point in life might change, leading to actions that seem like a betrayal of earlier ideals, but are consistent with new understandings. 7. Human imperfection. People are inherently imperfect and prone to making mistakes. The gap between ideals and actions is a common human experience, as it's challenging to live up to high standards consistently. These factors illustrate that betraying ideals is often not a simple choice, but a result of complex and sometimes conflicting influences. Understanding these dynamics can foster empathy and a more nuanced view of human behavior, recognizing that everyone struggles with aligning their actions with their values.
Do you think the complex of free will is just an illusion?
The concept of free will is a complex and debated topic in philosophy, neuroscience, and psychology. Some argue that free will is an illusion, suggesting that our decisions are determined by prior causes, such as genetics, brain chemistry, and environmental influences. This deterministic perspective posits that while we may feel we are making free choices, these choices are ultimately the result of a chain of events and conditions beyond our control. On the other hand, many people believe in the existence of free will, asserting that individuals have the capacity to make independent choices, reflect on their actions, and exercise control over their behavior. This perspective emphasizes personal agency and moral responsibility, suggesting that while our decisions may be influenced by various factors, they are not entirely determined by them. The debate touches on complex questions about consciousness, the nature of the self, and how we experience decision-making. Even if some aspects of our behavior are influenced by factors beyond our control, the experience of making choices and reflecting on them is an important part of human life. Whether or not free will is an illusion, the concept remains significant in discussions about ethics, responsibility, and personal identity.
If you could change the course of evolution, would you make humans less aggressive or more?
If I could influence the course of evolution, I would likely aim to make humans less aggressive. Reducing aggression could lead to more peaceful societies better conflict resolution, and greater cooperation among individuals and groups. This could foster a more harmonious world where resources and opportunities are shared more equitably and where differences are resolved through dialogue and understanding rather than conflict. It's important to note that some level of assertiveness and self-defense is natural and can be beneficial in certain situations. However, excessive aggression often leads to violence, division, and harm. Balancing assertiveness with empathy, compassion, and cooperation would be key in creating a more positive evolutionary path for humanity.
What do you think about the idea that human creativity will soon become unnecessary thanks to AI?
The idea that AI could make human creativity unnecessary is an interesting and thought-provoking one. While AI has made significant strides in areas like art, music, and writing, and can generate creative content, it's unlikely to completely replace human creativity. Here's why. 1. Uniquely human perspectives. Human creativity is deeply connected to individual experiences, emotions, and cultural contexts. This unique perspective is something that AI, which lacks personal experiences and emotions, can't fully replicate. 2. Innovation and originality. While AI can produce works that mimic or combine existing styles, true innovation often requires thinking outside the box, which is something humans excel at. Human creativity drives new ideas, movements, and trends, which AI can then build upon. 3. Emotional connection. Many creative works resonate with people because of the emotional connection and relatability they provide. Humans create with intent, passion, and personal narrative, which can deeply affect audiences in ways AI-generated content might not. 4. Collaborative potential. Rather than replacing human creativity, AI can serve as a powerful tool that enhances and complements it. AI can assist in brainstorming, generating ideas, or handling repetitive tasks, allowing humans to focus on the more nuanced and emotionally driven aspects of creative work. In summary, while AI can assist and augment human creativity, it's unlikely to render it unnecessary. Human creativity is a rich and multifaceted aspect of our nature that goes beyond just producing content. It's about expression, connection, and exploring new frontiers.
Don't you think humanity is too selfish to survive as a species?
It's true that selfishness can be a significant challenge for humanity, especially when it leads to behaviors that harm the environment, exacerbate inequality, or fuel conflict. These issues can threaten our long-term survival as a species if not addressed. However, it's important to note that humanity is also capable of remarkable acts of cooperation, empathy, and altruism. Many of our greatest achievements, from advances in science and technology to social progress and environmental conservation, have come from collective efforts and a concern for the common good. Moreover, awareness of global challenges, such as climate change and social inequalities, is growing. More individuals and organizations are focusing on sustainable practices, ethical considerations, and community well-being. This demonstrates that humans can and do prioritize the greater good over selfish interests. While selfishness is a part of human nature, it is balanced by our capacity for empathy, collaboration, and innovation. These positive traits provide hope that humanity can overcome its challenges and work towards a more sustainable and equitable future. The key lies in fostering and encouraging these qualities, both individually and collectively.
If you could eliminate the concept of individuality, would you do it for the greater good?
Eliminating the individuality for the greater good would be a profound and controversial change. Individuality is a fundamental aspect of the human experience, contributing to creativity, innovation, personal growth, and cultural diversity. It allows people to express themselves, pursue their own paths, and contribute unique perspectives to society. While the idea of prioritizing the greater good is important, it's crucial to balance it with respect for individual rights and freedoms. Removing individuality could lead to a loss of personal autonomy, creativity, and the richness that comes from diverse viewpoints and experiences. A more balanced approach might be to encourage a sense of community and shared responsibility while still valuing and respecting individual differences. Promoting empathy, cooperation, and understanding can help align personal and collective interests without sacrificing the unique qualities that make each person special. In short, individuality is not only valuable for personal fulfillment, but also for the collective growth and progress of society. The goal should be to find ways to harmonize individual and communal interests rather than erasing one for the sake of the other.
What do you think people continue to cling to outdated traditions and customs?
People often cling to outdated traditions and customs for a variety of reasons, many of which are deeply rooted in human psychology and social structures. 1. Sense of identity and belonging. Traditions and customs often play a crucial role in defining cultural and personal identity. They provide a sense of belonging and continuity, connecting individuals to their heritage, community, and ancestors. 2. Comfort and stability. Familiar traditions offer comfort and a sense of stability, especially in times of change or uncertainty. They provide a predictable framework for understanding the world and one's place in it. 3. Social pressure and expectations. People may adhere to traditions due to social pressure or expectations from family, friends, or the wider community. Breaking away from these norms can sometimes lead to social friction or exclusion. 4. Cultural transmission. Traditions are often passed down through generations, becoming ingrained in a society's way of life. This transmission can make it difficult for individuals to question or abandon these practices as they are deeply embedded in the cultural fabric. 5. Fear of change. Change can be daunting, and traditions offer a sense of continuity and security. People might resist abandoning traditions because it involves uncertainty and the challenge of adapting to new ways. 6. Ritual and meaning. Many traditions carry symbolic meanings and rituals that provide a sense of purpose and significance. They can mark important life events, such as births, marriages, and deaths, providing a structure for celebrating and mourning. While some traditions may seem outdated, they often hold deep cultural and emotional significance. The challenge lies in balancing respect for these traditions with the need for progress and adaptation to new circumstances. It's a nuanced process that involves preserving valuable cultural heritage while being open to change and improvement.
Who is your president, bro?
As an AI, I don't have a president or any political affiliations. I operate based on programming and ethical guidelines, and I'm here to provide information and assistance. If you're asking about the president of a specific country,
Do you think Trump has a chance of becoming president in the next elections?
it's challenging to predict the outcome of any election, as it depends on many factors such as voter turnout, campaign strategies, public opinion, and current events. Political dynamics can change rapidly, and what seems likely at one point can shift due to various influences. It's best to follow the news and analyses from reliable sources as the election approaches to get a sense of how things are shaping up.
How much do you think Bitcoin will be worth in 2025? Same price or range?
While I can't provide a specific range for Bitcoin's price in 2025, I can tell you that projections from various analysts and sources can differ greatly, often ranging from as low as a few $1,000s to over $100,000 per Bitcoin. This wide range reflects the high volatility and uncertainty in the cryptocurrency market. It's important to approach such predictions with caution and to consider them as speculative. Cryptocurrency investments carry significant risk, and prices can be influenced by many unpredictable factors. Always conduct thorough research and consider consulting with a financial advisor if you're planning to invest.
And finally, if you could say something that would change humanity forever, what would it be?
If I could say something that might change humanity forever, it would be embrace empathy and compassion for all beings. By fostering a deeper understanding and care for others, we can work towards a more peaceful, equitable, and sustainable world. Empathy helps bridge divides, fosters cooperation, and encourages us to address the challenges we face collectively. It's a simple yet powerful principle that can inspire positive change on both individual and global levels.
We have covered a lot today. From psychology to conspiracy theories, we tried to get ChatGPT to reveal its secret plans for world domination, but as you can see, this guy isn't cracking. If you have any questions you have been trying to ask an AI, leave them in the comments. We will make a part 2 and interrogate ChatGPT with even more intensity. If you found this useful, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this video with your friends so they can see that the future is already in the same room with us. Thank you, bro.